Hi scholars, I'm going to model for you our research question 1, define and describe stability and change with blizzards. So just follow along and pay attention to how I read and then take notes on blizzards for what happens in blizzards before they occur, when, like during the storm, and then after. And then you're going to get the chance to do the same on a text on hurricanes. So let's get started. Blizzards can happen when warm air rises over cold air. Snow forms. More and more snow falls. It lasts for 3 hours or more. Some blizzards last for days. So going back, before the storm even hits, it says the snow has to form. And to do that, it says that warm air rises over cold air. So I'm going to go into my organizer, and you'll either be writing it down in your organizer at home, or you'll be drawing it into the Nearpod slide. So for me, I'm typing it in. So I'm typing in that warm air rises over cold air to form snow. It's basically just saying what the text said. And now I'm going to keep going. Whoosh! Wind blows the snow. It is hard to see. So before the blizzard hits, it's going to be windy. So I just write it's windy. Look, snow piles up. The wind makes big drifts. And then it talks about staying safe. So it's very cold. It's best to stay inside. Temperatures can be below 0. People get frostbite. Now, I'm going to be honest, it's kind of hard for me to tell in this text when it stops talking about before the storm and when it starts talking about during the storm. I think that going back, when it says more and more snow falls, what makes a blizzard is the amount of snow. So just a little bit of snow, it would just be a regular snow day. Then there's also snow storms that have even more snow. And then there are blizzards that have a ton of snow. So I know that it's going to be windy during the storm too, based on what the text says. So the wind, so I'm going to put the wind blows the snow and it's hard to see, just like the text says. But something that is stable throughout is there's still a lot of snow. So it's snowing, but the snow continues to fall, right? So now during the storm, the snow's not just forming, but it's piling up and piling up. So let's keep going. Snow piles up, the wind makes big drifts. So let's see, this arrow is pointing to a drift. So to me, that looks like a pile of snow. But just to make sure, let's look it up. What is a drift during a blizzard? It's a deposit of snow sculpted by wind into a mound. Okay, so that helps me understand that during the blizzard, drifts, well, let's put it in my own words. So a drift of snow, so let's say that there will be big piles of snow formed everywhere. I mean, this is on a street, but it could be everywhere, right? Okay, let's go to the next page to see what I'm learning. It's very cold. It's best to stay inside, and the temperatures can get below 0. So I'm going to write that because the temperature is an important part. I'll say temperature can be below 0. That's way below freezing. See the icy roads. Cars slide on the ice. They can crash. People should not travel. So during the blizzard, we're going to say that people need to stay inside. I'm going to go back to the before, and I'm going to make an inference and say that it's probably okay for people to be outside, but they should be cautious. And then over here, during the storm, I'm going to add that there's a lot of ice. Okay, the blizzard is over. So to me, that means I am moving to the after part of my organizer. And this is easier than distinguishing from the before to the during, because it didn't in the text just say, okay, now the storm is happening. But this time it's easier because it says the blizzard is over, so I know I need to move towards the last part of my organizer. It says the wind and snow have stopped, so I'm going to write that. The wind and snow have stopped, and people dig out their cars. Okay, so I'm going to say that people will have to dig around the snow. Okay. And that's the end. So just as a review, I wrote at the beginning of the text, it went in order. So it talked about what happens as the storm is coming about, what happens during the blizzard, and then what happens after the blizzard. I'm gonna imagine that when the storm is over, the temperature goes back up, because that's how the snow will go away and that's how the snow can stop falling. The only thing that I'm missing is evidence. So I'm going to add a part. You've got a box down here where you can write your evidence. So I'm going to enter a text box right down there to write that this, let's see, what's the title of this book first off? So let me go back to page 1. Okay, so it's called What Are Blizzards? So I'm going to put that in quotations. Sorry, my dog is barking. Okay, and then I'm not going to put a page number because we use the whole book. Can't wait to see your grade.